Hi, I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is Romances for Beginners. So none of these will be super smutty, and I have them in a variety of subgenres. So if you're coming to romance from fantasy or thrillers or nonfiction or what have you, I don't know. I don't remember what all I have on the list, but these might be good ones for you to start with. Also, any books that are available in Kindle Unlimited will be marked in the description. This is true for all of my videos, so if you use Kindle Unlimited a lot, make sure you subscribe because I almost always have at least several of the books are available on Kindle Unlimited. So, yeah, now. Number one, I have Magic Bites, which is Kate Daniels' number one by Ilona Andrews. This is a urban fantasy romance, and it's not very heavy on the romance. In fact, we don't really get much romance until like the third book, I think. However, we do meet our love interests in the very first book, and they are the greatest. So the series is about Kate Daniels, who is a mercenary, and she is kind of a middle of the road mercenary. She's not so bad that she does a bad job, and she's not so great that anybody's going to notice her. She just does her job and she does it well. She is a fantastic swordsman and her fight scenes are awesome. And her love interest is the Lord of the Shifters, so he literally has thousands of shifters under him. And in this world, they are based in Atlanta, and there are vampires, but they're not the sexy vampires. They're more like fast zombies, and they can be controlled by people who have the ability, almost like a necromancer type situation. And so there's quite a few different factions, and it's the politics between them. It's a really great series. The first book is not the best in the series, but I do think it's still worth reading, and their meet cute is just so good. Next, I have Fallen Crest High, which is the first in the Fallen Crest High series by Tijan. This is a young adult / new adult series. There's not very much smut in here. It's about a 17 turning 18-year-old girl who her family life is falling apart, and her mom kicks her dad out and says that she's marrying this rich guy. This rich guy has 2 sons, and they're going to be her stepbrothers, and they're going to live together, and she's going to fall hard for one of them. This is really a story about coming of age and about found families and finding a support system amongst people who love you, whether they're related to you or not. And this series goes all the way through college. To me, it doesn't come across as immature or as young, and it's one of my favorites. I've reread it. Next, I have Soulless, which is the Parasol Protectorate series number 1 by Gail Carriger. This is a Victorian England / paranormal / steampunk type setup. And we have our main character is a soulless, and what that means is they kind of neutralize people's paranormal powers. So you have shifters and you have vampires, and both of these can be nobility in English society, so this is very much an accepted part of this world. But a soulless neutralizes their powers and is feared because of that. In fact, she's the only one currently known in existence, and she falls for a shifter alpha, and it's them solving mysteries. There's a gay vampire, which is a nice spin on the shifter vampire heroine triangle, and he's just hilarious. And a real highlight of the book is just them mostly kind of solving what's going on, and a good thread of romance in it as well. Next, I have Fix It Up by Jessica Gadziala. This reads like fixer-upper fanfic, and it is so good. Jessica Gadziala is actually one of my very favorite authors. This is a shorter book of hers, and it is like if Fixer-upper were about a couple who weren't actually married and were faking it for their show. So she, I think, is a designer, and he is a contractor, and they are at each other's throats all the time, and they are arguing in like a Home Depot type store, and this producer for the show sees them and is like, oh, this will be amazing, but they're not married, and she thinks that they are, and she only wants them together, so they fake a marriage for the show, and good times ensue. Next, I have The Duchess Deal, which is Girl Meets Duke #1 by Tessa. This is a historical romance, and it is witty, clever, funny, good pacing, good communication. It's an all-around good romance. So this girl is a seamstress, and she made the wedding dress for this duke to get married. The fiance ran away, and she already made the dress. She spent the money on the materials, she spent the time and effort, and the workers in her shop need paid, whether they pay for the dress or not. So she tries and goes to demand that this duke will pay for the dress that he ordered. Well, he's kind of having a pity party. He's like, I need an heir. I'll just marry you instead. She's like, I'm a seamstress. You're a duke. We don't do that. And he will not be denied and is like, I will help you with your shop, with financing and a better location, yada, yada, yada. This will be good for you. You'll be a duchess. You will literally have so much business. You'll have to turn people away. You will become the place to go. And so she agrees to it, and it's them falling in love, and very, very clever and funny. Last but not least, I have Something About You, which is FBI/US Attorney #1 by Julie James. This whole series is so good if you like lawyer books or true crime books or law enforcement books. It doesn't matter, honestly, what it is. I think that you will like this series. So Cameron is a US attorney, and she is in a hotel room, and somebody in the room next to her gets murdered. And it's not just any old somebody, and the FBI comes in, and the agent is Jack, and they have a history together, I believe, of rivalry. And so they both end up on the case together. I don't know exactly how that works. I don't remember why a U.S. attorney is involved, but irregardless, they work the case together. It's kind of enemies to lovers, hate to love, and they're super cute, and all of their friends get other books in the series. So everybody you meet in this first book is going to end up getting their own romance. They're all cute, they're all sweet, they're all an excellent time. So that's it. That's all the books that I thought might be good if you are just dipping your toe into the romance genre. What was the first romance book you ever read if you're already a fan? And comment any other recommendations you might have. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.